Welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse on the campus of Hope College, where we are coming to you live from DeVet Van Wieren Court for tonight's women's basketball action featuring the top-ranked Hope College Flying Dutch against their opponents, the Warriors of Wisconsin-Lutheran College. I am Scott Vanderstoop. I am joined once again by Hazlitt's finest, Mr. Jake Boss. Jake, I didn't know we were going to be here tonight until I got the email last night. I think it's because we did a great job this weekend.
It has to be, yeah. Good weekend for Hope on their home stretch.
It was indeed. They picked up a win against a very good nationally ranked Wisconsin-Eau Claire team, a different Wisconsin opponent tonight. I got to tell you, I thought that this game would probably be kind of more of a guaranteed win, but as I talked to the coaches before the game, I looked at their schedule. This is no gimme. This is a good team.
Yeah, not at all. I think if you look at it and if you believe in such things as trap games, I would consider this to be one for Hope. They're coming off a huge tight win, like we said, against the 13th ranked Wisconsin-Eau Claire. It was a tight one, and looking ahead, they have Calvin up as their next opponent, so it'd be easy to look past this one if you are Hope, but when you're the #1 team in the country, you're going to get the other team's best every night, so you can't afford to take them lightly. And the Warriors are 2-1 on the year. Not really a high-octane offensive team, only putting up 64 points per game. So I think it's going to be important for them to slow down the pace of game and limit Hope's transition points.
We are going to turn it over to public address announcer Darren Deistermars for the national anthem and the starting lineups. We'll be back.
Please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome Hope College Junior, Miss Sophie Green.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sophie Green. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's contest between the Warriors of Wisconsin-Lutheran and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Warriors at 1 forward, a 5'11 junior from Fall River, Wisconsin, number 21, Sam Leisman. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'11 senior from Ada, number 4, Claire Bagley. At 1 forward for the Warriors, a 5'6 senior from Horicon, Wisconsin, number 34, Allie Goff. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot senior from Sycamore, Illinois, number 14, Kate Majerus. Starting at center for the Warriors, a 5'11 sophomore from Oostburg, Wisconsin, number 30, Ella Tenpass. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1 senior from Osceola, Indiana, number 21, Savannah Feenstra. At 1 guard for the Warriors, a 5'6 sophomore from Bondul, Wisconsin, number 13, Kara Troxel. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8 senior from Zeeland, number 2, Meg Morehouse. And at the final guard spot for the Warriors, a 5'4 junior from Yorkville, Illinois, number 22, Maggie Scott. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9 senior from Hazlitt, number 15, Ella McKinney. Wisconsin-Lutheran is coached by Clay Kneppel. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials for tonight's contest, Andy McKellar, Raleigh Madison, and Earl Beatty.
We are all set for action between the Hope College Flying Dutch and the Wisconsin-Lutheran College Warriors. As Jake was saying, the Wisconsin-Lutheran Warriors come in with a record of 2-1 and are regular dominators of the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. Arguably not a strong league, but often one might say that about the MIAA, short of Trine and Calvin. So I think, Jake, now as they walk out on the court, it looks like the Warriors might be a little undersized, but and the other thing is they are without their best defender with a season-ending injury, and that's a lockdown kind of, as a defensive player, you can appreciate a lockdown kind of defender. With Hope that would help, but they have so many weapons, you need like 4 of those.
Yeah, so many different ways to beat you, especially with how deep they are. But you're right, I think the glaringly obvious thing right now is a size disadvantage. But I think that if they can slow the pace of game down and really focus on limiting mistakes, they have a good chance.
This is Maggie Scott. She will run the offense. 3-point shooting shot to start the game by Sam Leisman. That's no good. Hope will come back the other way with Bagley on the right side. Morehouse now dribbles left, kicks back to Bagley, low post, into Feenstra, puts it up and in over Ella Tenpass. And the Dutch are on the board.
Yeah, Feenstra really found her stride last game, put up 12 points, and looks like she has her confidence back. So look for a lot of feeding to her today.
Maggie Scott dribbles, keeps her dribble alive. Nice little backdoor pass. Another nice pass to Tenpass, puts it up. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Leisman. Double team. She kicks it back, but can't get it through. So it's Morehouse on the break ahead to Feenstra. And up and over the defender. No good, but she draws contact from Maggie Scott. And Savannah Feenstra will go to the line for a pair.
22, Maggie Scott. That is her first. Team's first.
Savannah Feenstra. Looks right for 2 free throws. She's 9 for 15 to start the season, 60%.
First one good by Feenstra. We were pre-gaming this, Jake. Ella Tenpass leading for the Warriors on the boards. Their 2 leading scorers, about 10 apiece. Remind me who those were.
Yeah, those were number 21, Sam Leisman, as well as number 22, Maggie Scott.
We'll look for those. This is Scott right now with the ball, checked by Morehouse. She goes to Allie Goff. Allie Goff dribbles left, kicks it back to Leisman, and she travels. Hope will take over. Small crowd tonight. I think probably, Jake, all the students are home studying.
Yeah.
I would think the night before. I'm sure my first year seminar students are home studying. Quiz on Chapter 8 tomorrow at 8:30. I expect to see everybody there.
The test before break is always a tough one.
You got one tomorrow?
I don't personally, but a lot of the guys I live with do.
Okay, so that's why they're not here.
Yeah.
They're studying.
Yeah.
Bagley in the paint. Nice left hand up and over. Sam Leisman on a nice, pretty pass by Morehouse. And the Warriors find themselves down love 5 early on. Scott does the majority of the ball handling. Similar Similar frame to Morehouse, as they both are quick with their hands. Leisman is able to get around Morehouse, which is a rare thing, and she puts the Warriors on the board 5-2.
And how about the composure there by Scott? It's not easy to do when you're getting hounded defensively.
Nothing's easy to do, I would think, if you're guarded by Meg Morehouse.
Exactly.
She is relentless. More contact, as that foul is going to go against Ella Tenpas, and that will send Feenstra back. That's her first foul. Ella Tenpas, a 5'11" sophomore from Oostburg, Wisconsin, the kind of name you would expect to see on a Hope College roster. Oostburg, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, one of the many Dutch settlements in the Midwest. Home of one of my students of a generation ago, Dr. Jason Cans, who lives in Eau Claire now and is one of Oostburg's natives. There's a loose rebounding foul by Hope, as Feenstra cannot convert. That foul will go against Bagley. That will be the first of the quarter on Hope, and Hope leads 5-2. Was it the men's game or the women's game this weekend where we had free throw deserts by both teams?
It was the women's game, yeah. Already.
It doesn't look like it's getting better, but it's early.
1 for 4 so far in the night. Good basket there.
Sam Leisman, who picks it up on the basket. She cuts the lead to 5-4, but there's another Hazlitt player. Ella McKinney, who set a decades-long record with 29 points over the weekend. She picks up her first deuce. They lead 7-4.
Command it, Sam!
Maggie Scott dribbling to the right side. She keeps it alive, looking for a backdoor. McKinney guards it well. There's another backdoor attempt. This one's intercepted by Bagley. 2-on-1. Bounce pass to Morehouse. And a nice defensive play by Ella Tenpas, so Hope will have it out of bounds. First substitution into the game, Jada Gardner. Jada, a 5'6" sophomore from Midland High School. A chemic, not a Charger. Usually what I ask when someone comes from Midland.
Expect Gardner to get a few more minutes tonight with Olivia Bellows inactive.
Bagley goes right to Majerus. Back to Bagley. Nice bounce pass on the left side to Savannah Feenstra. And she's got 5 of the 9 so far. 9-4. Hope with the lead. Maggie Scott now guarded by Gardner. Cross-court pass. Another pass. This is to Kara Troxel. She can't get it to go. Loose ball rebound by McKinney. She's got her head up. Looks for something. She'll get Majerus from 23. No good. Back the other way comes Sam Leisman, who leaves it for Scott. She picks up her dribble and finds Allie Goff from 24 feet. Allie Goff, the Horicon, Wisconsin native, the senior guard, and that game is now 9-7.
If there's someone you want shooting, as a turnover there, if there's someone you want shooting for the Warriors, it is Goff. She's 46% from 3 on the year so far. And really, just a couple possessions in a row, you've seen Hope get kind of lost defensively. Not sure how they're matching up, and that's led to some open looks.
Substitutions for Hope. Carly Crabtree will come in. And who else did I see sneak in there? I think it was Kendall Seatsma. Indeed it was. We got some subs for Wisconsin-Lutheran.
Wow.
And another shot, this one by Maggie Scott. Kind of a leaner as she's fallen out of bounds. What a play. And the Lutheran Warriors have the lead. And the ball on a Hope turnover.
Don't love the look there by McKinney. She is probably the most capable scorer on the floor right now, but I'd like to see something set up there. You've been able to find a lot of points down low.
Another shot from the exact same spot. That one was by Lexi Smith. That one doesn't go in, but a putback by Tenpas.
Hope needs to settle down now.
Majerus drives left. She's cut off. Three-pointer by McKinney is well short enough for us to get the rebound. McKinney gets it back. Majerus Low post. This is Sietzma, and it's good. Kendall Sietzma, her first bucket in the game, 12-11.
A good decision right there from Majerus to give it to the mismatch down low, but Sietzma, very capable freshman scorer.
Maggie Scott still in the game. She gets it to a new player, Lexi Smith, who fired up that last three-pointer. That one's no good, but a nice rebound by Tenpas. You see why she leads the team in rebounding at 7.5, but she can't get it to fall. But another offensive rebound, this by Paige Werner, who's in the game, a freshman from Neenah, Wisconsin. And I think we have an injury timeout, if I'm not mistaken. And subbing in for the Warriors, that's going to be Maddie Manson. And Hope snuck in a sub as well. Who did we get?
I think Feenstra checked back in.
Gotcha. Thank you. Gardner has it between the circles. She goes to Crabtree. Morehouse back in the game as well. She drives to the paint, doesn't have anything, picks it up. Back to Crabtree. 3 points for Carly Crabtree. Her first points of the night. We're tied at 14. Now with the ball is Lexi Smith. She's able to get it off to Wiseman. Deep corner three, no good. Rebounded by Hope, back the other way.
I like how fearlessly they're shooting the ball. The Warriors are right now.
Just jacking it from the corner. Here's a three-point attempt by Hope's Crabtree, and she hits it. Back-to-back threes by Carly Crabtree, and Hope has the lead.
Coach Clay Nuppel very upset there. He did not get a hand in the face.
Yeah, especially after they get it the first time.
Yeah.
The last time down, we know what she's going to do. That three is no good by the Warriors. Back the other way come the Dutch. Sietzma is going to draw a foul, and that's going to be a defensive foul in the paint, and Hope is going to have it. That foul is going to go against Paige Werner. And I think Hope will have it on a baseline throw in. Bagley will come back in. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Had a minute or two where they go with that two-point guard lineup, Jake, with Morehouse and Gardner. And then Bagley, it seems to be kind of the three-guard rotation.
Sietzma coming off a little gingerly. Something to keep an eye on.
Here's Feenstra in the post. She kicks it. Quick reversal. Nice movement by Hope. And Morehouse finds a way to get it, but she can't get it to fall. But a putback by Savannah Feenstra, and it's 19-14.
Right place, right time for Feenstra. She's always seemed to find a way to get boards.
Smith, deep right corner. Now it's back out to Hoganson. Hoganson to Smith. Nice long pass, and there's a rocket shot out by Allie Goff. It doesn't go, but Lutheran with the rebound. Hawkinson grabs it. This is Smith working on Morehouse. Great defense. And crosstown pass went through a couple of defenders, but eventually swatted out of bounds. So it will be Lutheran basketball with 11 on the clock. Not sure if Lutheran is aware of the clock situation because we're down to 5 now. Here's Sam Leisman, and I don't think they are aware of it because it's going to go off, and everybody wearing green, nobody wearing green was paying attention to that. And that's a shot clock violation. It'll go back to Hope. Notice the fans were not interested in helping anybody out. Nobody said anything. It's like, shh.
Little home court advantage there.
Morehouse to Bagley. She dribbles left on Goff, all the way down, and she puts it up. Claire Bagley just took it across the paint and powered it up. There's a shooting guard working big inside, 21-14. Scott dribbles right, gets a nice backdoor pass, but it's off the ankles of her intended receiver, Goff, so back the other way come the Dutch. Majerus will fake. They read the scouting report. She takes him to the hole, but he can't get it to fall. Obviously, someone told Wisconsin-Lutheran Majerus likes to shoot threes, and they did a good job of getting up in her face, and that was good because that's exactly what they needed to do. They got the ball back.
Wisconsin-Lutheran likes shooting threes of their own. That's their 10th attempted three-pointer on the night.
Feenstra's open for her as it rattles out, doesn't go. Good hustle by Crabtree, and I think she was just good hustle caused a foul on Lutheran.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there for Leisman. But momentum was already taking her out. Could have gone either way there.
When you hustle, good things happen to you in any sport, right? Hope leads by a touchdown. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. McKinney gets it on the inbound. She's open and she hits it. Ella McKinney drains a 22-footer. She's got 5 on the night.
Something we talked about last game. These inbound plays for Hope are just working beautifully. Always seems to find someone open, and McKinney with a beautiful step back there.
Maggie Scott keeps her dribble alive. She finds left corner Mac Hawkinson. Back of the iron. Hope not waiting for the final shot of the quarter. Well, maybe they are. Here's Feenstra, dribbles hard and puts it up with the left hand over 10 pass. Just a power move in the paint, 26-14. Lutheran desperately looking for a basket as they have been bone dry here the last few possessions. And it might be 10 pass, puts it up, but at the buzzer it won't go. We've completed 1 quarter of play. Hope College leads 26-14. We will kick it to our folks in the booth who will help us through a break, and we'll be back with more Hope basketball.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
On the shoulders of Savannah Feenstra's 9 points. Hope has an early lead after 1 quarter, 26-14. Jake Boss, a good Hope for first quarter. I mean, Wisconsin had a good middle of that quarter, but then they were kind of dry at the beginning and dry at the end. Yeah,
they jacked up a lot of three-pointers there, and you got to be prepared to box out and crash the boards if you're going to be shooting a lot of outside shots. Coach Knuppel begging his team there not to worry about anything that's going on besides themselves. It looked like the team might have been a little upset with how the game's being officiated right now. Clay Knuppel in his 19th season, just a terrific leader of this team. Has really enjoyed the conversation. It was very much accidental. I had finished my workout and needed to get a quick shower, and he needed a place to change from his travel gear to his suit. And happened upon the same room where I was hoping to, where I was going to get refreshed myself. So it was good to get to know him, and he has built a great program here, a regular conference leader in the NAC in women's basketball. And these are the type of games that you want to play if you're very successful in your conference, to test yourself against another great team. Jada Gardner from the left corner hits a 3, and it's 29-14. Great passing made that possible. Yeah, good to see for Gardner, too. She's not usually what you'd consider a scorer. Missed shot by Lutheran is put back by Lexi Smith. That's her first points of the game. Back the other way is Keegan Kaiser, who's into the game. She can't quite control it. It goes out of bounds. Kendall Seatsma back in, and Savannah Feenstra will get a well-deserved rest. Hope by 13.
Maggie Scott reminds me of that player from Finlandia. She played all the time. They never took her out. She's just number 22. She's just always got the ball.
Yeah, got to take control when you're a leader of your team. Good move there.
And Leisman finds a way to get the ball to go, and the foul's going to be on Gardner with a chance to convert. The call is Jada Gardner in the restricted area. And I don't know. If we have a replay on that, that would be kind of cool to look at. I think we did, but I turned away.
Yeah, we might have.
Oh, we'll do it again. Way to go, Jim. Yeah, she's not in the restricted area. So anyway, it'll be a three-point opportunity. And that's going to be 29-19. Hope with a 10-point lead. The terrors of video replay in the lives of game officials. McKinney on the right-hand side, and there's a foul before the shot, and that's going to go on Leisman. That will be her second personal foul, and Hope will have the ball for a baseline throw-in. Paige Warner back in. She was a sub who also played in the first quarter. Did I steal your pencil?
Yeah.
Oh, I did steal it because I was getting the starters. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Now, you see, it's comments like that. I make a joke, and then we got people in the booth who are like, all of a sudden, like trying out for the Tonight Show or something. We'll take care of the jokes up here, folks. Thank you. Jada Gardner draws some contact, and she's going to go to the line. That foul is going to go on Ella Tenpas. That will be her second, and they can't afford to lose her. She's a real defensive force in there, but Coach Mo's smartly going right at her.
Yeah, Tenpas averaging about 10 rebounds per game. Plus, she matches up with Hope's physical presence.
All right. I don't know if we're bad luck charms on the free throws, or what do you got here? We ought to check the.
It must be our
what
fault.
do we got here? Pull that up.
We are now 1 for 6 on free throws
something's got. I think we maybe have free throw practice on Thanksgiving Day, maybe. And that ball is out of bounds after the miss by Lutheran, and that will go back to Hope. It's about the only thing Hope isn't doing well, and I'm sure that it will be shored up by mid-season. But It is interesting, a team with so many dead-eye shooters, and just probably should be shooting better.
That's right. And of all the things that could be wrong with the team, that's probably the most fixable. So
here's Gardner, dribbles paint, Bagley, Morehouse. Checked by somebody, but I can't see it because, oh, there we go. It's a nice little spin move, getting out of the way of the official, Meg Morehouse. She picks up her first points of the night, 31-29.
Yeah, pretty move. It's tough to do when you spin like that. You can lose track of where you are on the floor, but good finish by Morehouse.
Paige Warner drives right side, no good, hard off the backboard. McKinney takes it all the way. Now she goes to Gardner. Gardner is checked by Troxel. And Jada Gardner sticks with it, and she's able to put it in. That extends the Hope lead to 14. Coach Knipple wants a timeout. Hope by 14, 33-19. We'll take a break and be back with more Hope basketball.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
7:03 to go. Hope leads by 14. Jake Boss, big question for you. What classes do you have tomorrow?
Just 2 tomorrow. 2 comm classes. My English class got canceled, thankfully.
Oh, you see, we don't like, we're not saying that. So, it's a work day.
It's a
It's a group work day. 33-19. The Warriors will take it the length of the court as they try to cut into this lead. What comm you got? Interpersonal?
I have
Is that next semester?
Rhetoric methods and media, writing for media.
Gotcha. This is Maggie Scott. She is gets it all over on the left side. She's hawked by Morehouse, but able to get it free. Finally, the ball comes to Warner. Back to Lexi Smith, who fires a three-pointer. Back of the iron.
Tough cold streak for the Warriors from 3.
Yeah, they hit a couple early, and they were even ahead in this game, but they have gone dry.
They are 0 for 8 in their last 8. So
yeah, that's a desert, isn't it?
For a team that shoots as much as they do.
The turnover by Hope will give the ball back to Wisconsin-Lutheran, 33-19, 6:25 to go. Morehouse working over Smith. She has to pick up the ball off her dribble because of the great Morehouse defense and can't get a decent pass away. Credit Meg Morehouse for that turnover. Feenstra gets her rest. She comes back in. She leads all scorers with 9. At least she did when she went out. Yep, she does still. Hope with a 14-point lead in the basketball. Morehouse got a screen on her right, a screen on her left. She chooses the right, and she kicks back. Nice. Oh, that's a double dribble. It was a borderline travel, and then it became a double dribble, so it'll go back the other way. Lutheran will have the ball.
Yeah, just wasn't sure what she wanted to do there. She had so much open space in front of her. She thought about passing. She thought about shooting.
Wisconsin-Lutheran's been sitting on 19 a long time, I think.
It has been a while.
Looking for a basket here against this tough Hope defense. Great defense by Morehouse. Usually hawking on the outside. She comes in and picks up contact on the inside.
We'll take it coast to coast. Doesn't go.
Bagley with the putback. That won't go. And Morehouse swipes it away from Troxel. And Hope with a new possession, but not a new shot clock. Morehouse left side with 12 on the clock. Bagley. Feenstra in the low post right side. I don't think they know. Well, actually, the bench does count it down for them. I don't think they knew they didn't have a reset.
Yeah.
And so, nonetheless, it was a turnover, and Wisconsin will get it back. How many turnovers we got for Hope, Jake? Seems like we've been turning the ball over a little bit.
Yeah.
Go to team stats there.
We have on the night.
If you don't know, folks, if you're listening, I left my computer in my office. So I'm asking Jake a whole bunch of questions I normally know the answer to myself.
7 Hope turnovers on the night so far.
Dribble from the left side on Leisman, and she's double teamed and whacked as she drives to the bucket. That foul is going to go against Majerus. That will be her second team foul of the second quarter. Both teams with 2 quarter fouls. Lutheran with a baseline throw in. Ball eventually gets up to Hoganson. Long 3 from the left side. Karam's off long. McKinney with the loose ball rebound. And they slow it down. Coach Morehouse yells out a play. And we're going to go right side to Crabtree. Back over to Majerus. Between the rings, Morehouse. They reset McKinney. Feenstra. Meg Morehouse posting up big in the low post. Back to Feenstra. Savannah Feenstra on a little outside in from the point guard to the center. Look at that.
And the threat of Morehouse down low, 5'6", not usually someone you consider a threat down there, but drew an extra defender and was able to find a wide open Feenstra.
The point guard inside on the low post, throwing it to the 5 player on the outside for a 3-pointer. That doesn't happen very often. Great play. The lid on the Wisconsin-Lutheran basket is still installed, and we are at 36-19 with 4 minutes to go. They're getting good looks. Some of them are a bit of a stretch, but some of them are makeable shots, not going in currently for the road team.
Yeah, changing sides of the court can't come soon enough for him right now.
Morehouse gets free on the left side. She kicks again to McKinney from 24 feet. Rattles out, and rebound comes to Warner on the tip. Back come the Warriors. Lexi Smith, right side. Aggressively defended by Morehouse. Smith tries to go up with it, and Morehouse just strips it out of her hand. Lutheran ball. Keegan Kaiser in, Jada Gardner in. 19 on the shot clock. Left side, and the ball comes loose, and it will go the other way as Hope will have it. Had it open for a shot, but couldn't quite hold on, and it will be Hope basketball with a 17-point lead, 3:22 to go. Gardner takes the point guard responsibilities. She goes to Kaiser. Left side, Majerus. This is McKinney, guarded by Goff. Down low to Feenstra. Good defense by Tenpas. Excuse me, not Tenpas, Sam Leisman.
Feenstra hoping for a foul call there. I like that the officials are really letting them play on both sides so far.
That was good defense, I thought.
Yeah.
Maggie Scott keeps her dribble alive. She tries to get Maddie Madsen. She puts it up. It won't go. Back the other way. At halftime, we're going to have to go back and check how long they've been sitting on 19. It's been several minutes. McKinney. Maybe we'll get Steve Secor to start going through the stats. Maybe we'll hire him. Oh, nice drive by Feenstra. It goes, and she's fouled. Maddie Madsen tried to draw the charge, but she was in the restricted area, or she was late to get there. Either way, the bucket's good, 38-19. So maybe we could hire Steven Secor as our statistician. I hear he's looking for work, if he did, because Channing's doing all the work, I think. Channing's doing all the work in the booth today, I think, for us.
It's been about 6 minutes. The
6 minutes.
8:42 mark in the second quarter was the last.
39-19, 20-point lead. What was it at that time? Can you tell?
It was 29-18. They hit a free throw.
29-18. Oh, so it was still an 11-point game.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gardner dribbles left side. McKinney. Now we go all the way over on the other side is Kaiser. Feenstra up top. Gets it down low to Sietsma. Back to Feenstra. Attempted draw the charge, not going to go. Keegan Kaiser fires up a three, no good. Tipped and kept alive by Sietsma. Now McKinney working. Big play in the middle. The normal guard gets big in the low post and does a nice little spin move. And that is 7 for McKinney.
And if you want to play basketball for Hope College, that's just something apparently you have to be good at, is no matter what position you play, have a variety of moves in the post.
We got the 4s and 5s taking threes. We got the 1s and 2s posting up. That's what makes it so hard to defend. And on the fast break, it's Keegan Kaiser on the dish from McKinney. 43-19 with a $1:18 to go in the half.
That pass right over the overstretched hand. Great find by McKinney.
Maggie Scott keeps the dribble alive. And Sam Leisman works in the paint. Right side, open three, no good. The Warriors stuck on unlucky 19. Feenstra looks for something. She's going to hold it up on the secondary break, giving it to Gardner. Open for Kaiser, 24-foot, front of the iron. And it will be Lutheran ball. Claire Bagley in, Kate Majerus in. For the Warriors, Kara Troxel. So it's been, you said 8-something in the first quarter?
8:42 in the second quarter. It's
11 and a half minutes. Three-pointer from the right side, front of the iron, no good. Rebounded, though, by Lutheran. Big pull down by Leisman. She's going to try to work on Majerus, and she finds a way to do it. And the drought has ended for the Warriors. 43-21. Last possession of the half. in all likelihood. Kaiser hawked by Troxel, and Coach Morehouse is going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And is it what you expected, Jake, or did you think it'd be closer?
Yeah, I thought, well, you know, when the Warriors jumped out to that lead in the first quarter, we might have a game on our hands, but they just, like we talked about, went ice cold. They're currently 2 for 16 from three-point and 9 for 32 from the field. And Hope's not really playing their best basketball either, but they still have a commanding 22-point lead. And it's just tough when the shots aren't falling to keep it a game.
It is, and you know they're getting some decent looks, but credit the Dutch. They do a lot of things well, and I think sometimes they're so explosive on offense. What did it? They returned down to only averaging 105 points a game.
Yeah, it went down from 120 to 105.
So they talk so much about the firepower of the offense, and I think maybe the defense wins championships. Claire Bagley on a left side drive puts it up with the right hand, and it makes it 45-21. But I think people don't appreciate how well Hope plays defense. They lead 45-21 at the end of the first half. We will take a break. Channing and Steve will take it from here and give you some good material, and we will be back in about 13 or 14 minutes for more Hope College basketball.
I was really shy as a freshman. Didn't talk a lot, and she was the exact opposite. I remember walking up to my room because I'd moved in before her, and she was already out in the hall, like talking to people, meeting people. And as soon as I walked up to the room and I said, "I'm Chloe, are you Haley?" She goes, "Yes, I am," and like threw her arms around me, gave me a big hug.
She's just so kind and loving. Like she's friends with everyone, and but with that, also just like very strong and like just a leader, and like I said, like a hard worker. But just all those qualities that she always kind of puts all that stuff like above her own like feelings or self.
You know, even as a freshman, I could tell that she was going to be a leader. She came in with a group of women throwers, and she kind of stood out.
She was always worried about others before herself, and you could kind of just see that from the beginning.
By the time it was her, junior year, we'd be talking about how much she might be momming the other, the throwers, that kind of thing, where she'd be looking after everyone else and really leading and guiding a lot of the activities.
I felt like I belonged here, and I loved the size of Hope, and I loved just like being with everyone and making new friends. And I met Chloe, my freshman year, and we just clicked right away.
I guess I would describe Haley as someone who's really driven, someone who's really kind and caring, because she cares about everyone she meets. So she met someone like today, tomorrow she would remember their name, little details about them, would want to ask them questions like, "What was your day like yesterday?" That is just who Haley is.
She came in as a good thrower, but she's really gotten after it, especially in the discus. She's become an excellent discus, one of the best in the conference, and one of her goals this year was to hit that number that would get her to nationals, or at least close to it.
As a coach, you try to match the intensity that your athletes bring to getting better, to working hard, to being ready to go every day. And I would say that she makes me want to be a better coach in the way that she brings that to practice every day. She's going to be there, she's going to be working hard, and you want to be able to continue to help them along that growth, along that path. And that's one of those things where you don't necessarily get that out of every athlete.
So going into senior year, I knew it was going to be my last year. Track-wise, my goals were to win the conference in discus and then also to qualify for nationals. At that time, I was also applying in the fall for graduate programs for genetic counseling. So after Hope, I wanted to go to a genetic counseling school. It's a 2-year master's program, and go do that. And then in between, I had to fill my summer with the internship. And so I really had this plan of, all right, I'm going to finish up my track season strong. I'm going to move to Africa. and then I'm going to go to grad school and become a genetic counselor.
Haley tends to lift really hard in the weight room, so like I'm really used to her coming back to our room and just complaining, oh my gosh, I can't move today.
I just thought, oh, like maybe I have an infection. I kind of thought it was a lymph node just by the location of it. And I went in to see my primary care doctor, and it was something like about her body language. She just was like, well, we need lab work, we need to look at this. And so that week I ended up just having blood work done. I had x-rays, I ended up getting a CT scan, and it was the following week that she called me, and I was in my vertebrate zoology lab, and she calls and she goes, Haley, I know this is what you're fearing, but it really looks like lymphoma. And I lost it. I didn't know what my life would look like. I never thought that I would be someone who would have cancer. And when your doctor says that, your mind obviously travels to the worst. And I think I broke down crying, and I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, what do I do?
You have to be strong. But there are times when it's a little tough. But you just have to put it in God's hands. And Haley's strong, like young and strong. And so at that point, when they said it was cancer, now you have to decide after what kind of cancer. So now, crazy as it seems, we're praying for Hodgkin's because it's the most curable cancer you can have. We needed it to be Hodgkin's. And then they say that, and you're like, now we have a plan.
I mean, everything changed for her in that moment, and she had to reassess things. And her new goals were, Coach, I want to throw in some more meets here, and she was able to do that down south on spring break. Got to throw in a couple of meets there. I think she's still hoping to throw some more, but we'll see what happens with that.
Since she's gotten her diagnosis, I mean, she has a lot to worry about. She's, I mean, on top of cancer, she's graduating, she's trying to go to grad school, she's doing all these different things. But just like her commitment to the team through all of that has been like crazy. Like she got her chemo treatments pushed back so she could come on spring break with us. She's been like competing with a huge scar on her chest. And I think that it's just like all for the team. And she even mentioned like at the beginning of it all, she was like apologizing that she couldn't make a practice.
When it came down to the last meet that we knew she would be competing at, which was at Emory, the second meet that we go to on spring break, we managed to get everyone to keep it quiet so Haley didn't know that this was going to be happening. And right before her first throw, everybody came up kind of beside the throwing area, and she managed to get off a really good first throw. And then, you know, I'd say one of the largest cheering sections I've ever seen at the throws area of a track meet was there waiting for her after she had turned around, and everybody, you know, was kind of trying to show their appreciation for what she means to the team.
I think that emotionally it's really hard, but like I said, Haley is such a strong individual, and you can really see that through the way she just like I said, like reached out for prayer and like let people know like, hey, like, you know, I could use some support in this time, and just how strong she is like for her track team, for her family, for her boyfriend, for her friends. I think people look at Haley and they're not like worried or like sad or like super depressed about the whole thing because of how like a strong individual and like kind of aura that she gives off.
She's just inspiring everyone around her. Anyone that she talks to on a daily basis, I have people who come up to me like, oh my gosh, Haley, like, how is she doing? I'm like, she's fine. Like, you would not even know.
My initial thoughts were just like why? And like, what is this happening for? And how do you get through this? And what's the outlook like? And things like that. I was just scared and sad that it would happen. But it was really cool because I think Haley put all of those like worries to rest. Like I was supposed to be the one who was there and like comforting her in that situation. But I think the way that she handled herself and dealt with it, and the way she looked at her situation with like such optimism, I think that was really inspiring.
She didn't really panic. I just think that you can't panic. You just have to buckle down and go with God's plan. But I mean, no matter what, I think I'm so proud of her faith.
Absolutely, absolutely. That, and she's unwavering. She really is. When she sets her mind after a goal, you know, it's damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. And you gotta love that. And there's no quitting her. One of the things when I first found out about this, I was like, well, I'm gonna be faithful, not fearful. Kind of, you know, something that I've just stuck in my head, but, you know, have faith, not fear. Like, God's gonna take care of me. I have all of my strength through Him. He has given me this life to begin with. It's only my right to offer it up to Him. And like, whatever suffering I have here doesn't even compare to like the joy that He's gonna give me. And it's just, it's reminding myself that, you know, this is a fight that's for Him, and that my life is supposed to like glorify Him, and that maybe I was just really caught up in wanting to do everything I want to do, you know, checking all those boxes of, you know, all right, being a good track athlete, you know, being a missionary, and then also, you know, being a healthcare professional. You know, God's giving me this chance to sit back and relax in this point in my life, and I think that I need to just offer it up to Him. And so my strength just comes from Him.
I know that she's going through a lot, but like I can look at her and see that like she is strong. And I think a lot of that is like her faith in God. A lot of that is her support system, and just the kind of person that Haley is.
This is a terrible situation, but I think the Lord's giving her this like platform to inspire more than she already does. And I think that the way that she handles herself so graciously, and how she is so determined in fighting this, can be an inspiration to not only us on the track team, but everybody.
She was really courageous when you get chemo for the first time, because you don't know what they're gonna do, how you're gonna react, but just physically seeing her sitting there, and man, she was tough.
I think at times I do doubt myself. I definitely do, because you know, I'll just break down and think like, wow, this is real, like this is happening. But then knowing that I can work through it, and knowing that, you know, 5 years from now I'm gonna be on the other side saying, yeah, I am a cancer survivor.
Welcome back to DeVos Fieldhouse on the campus of Hope College. My name is Scott Vanderstoop. I am joined by Jake Boss. There's one of our ace cameramen, Bryce, walking by. Thank you, Bryce. Jake, first question and a halftime for you. Did you get something to eat?
I did, thankfully.
We got these great coupons here.
I know.
What'd you get? Did you get dinner?
Some some M&Ms. Keep me.
M&Ms
and a Coke.
And a Coke.
That's right.
That's your dinner? Or you already ate dinner?
I ate,
Okay.
yeah, thankfully.
Right.
This is just a little boost.
I probably shouldn't judge people's dietary habits because then I would have to hide all of the stuff I had. So we're glad you've joined us. It's been, other than about 3 or 4 minutes in the middle of that first quarter, Jake, it's really been all hope all the time. Is it what you expected?
Yeah, that was about what I thought would happen. Hope has been getting off to some slow starts. We've seen that in the last few games. The first quarter's been giving them a little bit of trouble before they pull away. Shooting 45 points, obviously, led by Savannah Feenstra with 15, Ella McKinney 7, Claire Bagley 6. So the scoring's really come from all over besides Savannah Feenstra. And then the bucket just has to come off the rim for the Warriors in the second half. They're 9 for 32 from the field, 2 for 16 from 3. Hope looking to shore up those free throws in the first half. They're 2 for 7 now, doing nothing to help their season average of 68%. But yeah, they're just winning this game with their defense and with their speed and down low in the paint. So Warriors are going to have to do something crazy to mount a comeback here.
Sam Leisman leads the Warriors with 7 points, then Maggie Scott with 5, Allie Goff with 3, and 2 points each for Ella Tenpas, Lexi Smith, and Paige Warner. But 21's not going to be enough to beat the #1 team in the country, and they will indeed have to uncork that basket to try to get a few more points, as they will switch ends and go toward their bench as we get set for the division line throw-in to start the second half. Andy McKellar, Raleigh Madison, Errol Beatty are officials for tonight. Three great officials and even greater men, as they have been. Errol actually worked men's basketball for many years, and Raleigh and Andy have been longtime MIAA officials, as well as other collegiate leagues in the area. We thank them for their service tonight. A little easier to call a game when it's 45-21, but nonetheless, there are always a lot of decisions to make, especially that men's game against North Park. Boy, lots of decisions to make as a basketball official in that one.
That was a tough one, very chippy game. Thankfully, I've not had a lot of that tonight, and as I say that, you get a blocking foul there on Feenstra.
Savannah Feenstra, with her team up 24 points, decides to guard her player 30 feet from the basket, and she picks up the foul. And that is going to be her first. As Hope showing no let up. I probably would have maybe let her dribble from 30 feet away from the basket. Maybe not a big threat. Nonetheless, Lutheran was able to deftly pick up that foul. This is Allie Goff. She goes in the middle to Troxel, who finds a way to get it. She lost the ball, but got it back. First basket of the half goes to the Warriors.
And you talk about the hounding defense. That's the identity of this Hope team. It doesn't matter what the score is, as they do play in a significant amount of blowouts.
3 points for Claire Bagley.
Big time shot there, but it doesn't matter what the score is. They're going to play the game like it's 0-0, tied up.
9 points for Bagley. This is Maggie Scott getting all kinds of attention from Meg Morehouse. Not the kind of attention you want if you're a dribbler. Getting loose is Troxel, and she can't get it to go, but the ball was bounced out of bounds last by Hope, so Wisconsin-Lutheran will retain possession. Coach Clay Knippel talking to Errol Beatty about, I think, perhaps a hand check. Good-spirited conversation as they pat each other on the shoulders after the discussion. And Kate Majerus sticking hard. Sam Leisman, who manages to get it up but can't get it to go. Morehouse now all the way over the corner. McKinney, you know what's going to happen there. Three-pointer a little long, and that'll go out of bounds back the other way. $8:21 to go in the third quarter. Hope looking to stay undefeated on the season. Wisconsin-Lutheran looking to go to 3-1. Common opponent for this year will be Calvin College. Three-pointer from Lutheran, and there there it goes down for Mac Hogginson. 48-26. Wisconsin-Lutheran lost to the Calvin University Knights in the opening game for them of this season. Nice defense by Leisman on McKinney, and the Warriors will get it back. Hope plays Calvin coming right out of Thanksgiving next week in their first league contest against their arch rival, the Knights. Leisman finds Tenpas, who finds Troxel, and Lutheran opening up a little bit of offense here. They still trail by 20. Bagley's going to answer with a three-pointer, but it doesn't go. Nice rebound by Tenpas. First 3 minutes have gone to the Warriors here.
Yeah, there you go. Hope's kind of over-pursuing on three-point attempts, and that's leading to some open looks for other players.
Maggie Scott gets it to Hoganson, who started this half. Nice drive on the right side. Ella Tenpas beat Feenstra, and we're down to 18.
Good move by Tenpas there. Feenstra.
Bounce pass to Feenstra from McKinney. It's good, and she's fouled. What a great give and go there as McKinney beat on the baseline and got the, well, not really a give and go, but a nice cut to the basket. And Feenstra, with her 17th point, will go to the line for the old-fashioned three.
Yeah, I was just about to say, a little slow on the feet on defense for Feenstra, but proved me wrong on offense there. See if she can convert the free throw attempt.
Paige Warner checks in. Sam Leisman comes out. Kendall Seatsma in, as is Jada Gardner for the Dutch. Missed free throw, Jake. You got that? You got the stats running here? Was that 2 for 8?
2 for 6 now on the night, Feenstra.
No, the team.
The team is 2 for 8, yeah.
Foul on Gardner as she grabs Maggie Scott driving on the left side. That'll be Wisconsin-Lutheran's ball out of bounds. Trailing by 20. That little mini run by the Warriors did cut the lead, but it's still sitting at 20, so a long way to go for Wisconsin-Lutheran. This is Hogginson. And loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Dutch. Here comes Jada Gardner. She's got numbers, but she'll pull back. Now she drives on Scott. She finds Morehouse from 27 feet out. But Gardner hustles to get the rebound, gets it back to Morehouse, who drives left side, pulls back. She found Crabtree, who's now in the game. Crabtree tries to dribble past Hoganson. Gardner drives right side. Nice pass inside to Seatsma, who delivers it to Feenstra.
There's Dutch all over the floor, anywhere you look.
Beautiful interior passing, and it's 52-30. There's a basket the other way for the Warriors. That one's going to go for Ella Tenpas. She picks up her 6th point of the night. And ball tipped away. It will be Hope's basketball. Carson Karlblum into the game.
Let's go, Mac. Let's go.
Majerus back in. Seatsma will sit. Morehouse to Majerus. Majerus, 26-footer, and she hits it. Well, I don't blame him for not guarding him from that far out, and she nailed it, 55-32.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before Majerus started getting going. She was 0 for 2 on the night before that shot, but she's a threat from however deep you want.
Her first points of the game. Nice little turnaround jumper by Paige Warner. Big low post move from about 9 feet away, and she got it to fall, 55-34.
A lot better shot selection in the second half so far for the Warriors.
I agree. And Jada Gardner just mows down her opponent. No call, and she lays it up on a reverse layup as Allie Goff, I thought actually had pretty good guarding position. She just got decked. And it's going to be a point for Hope. Nice defense by Hope coming back the other way. Crabtree, who got the steal ahead to Morehouse, who puts it in, and she's fouled. Wow.
She plays so much bigger than she is.
Crabtree made a great defensive play, took about 3 dribbles, rifled it ahead to Morehouse. Didn't have a great passing angle, but it didn't matter. And then Morehouse, it gets it up and over, and she's going to give a chance to increase the free throw percentage and get a 3-point play. Oh, boy.
I think we need to do a anti-announcer's jinx at this point.
Right. I'm just not going to talk about it. 59-34, Hope with a comfortable lead.
Good feet by Morehouse there.
Maggie Scott keeps her dribble alive. Nice back door to Goff, who finds Leisman, no good, and that will be somehow Lutheran will retain possession. Last touch by McKinney. Checking in will be Keegan Kaiser for the Dutch.
Allie Goff poked it out of her hands there. I look for her to get open for a 3-point attempt here. She's her best shooter.
Warner trying to work in the paint. She finds the corner shot is Goff, who hits it from deep in the corner over an extended hand of Ella McKinney. And nice shot by Allie Goff. Deep in the corner is Bagley. Rattles off. No, oh, excuse me, that's not Bagley. That's Carson Carlblum. And Lutheran back the other way. Kara Troxel. Ball knocked away by Carlblum. Excuse me, by Kaiser. Hope will get it back. Go the other way. McKinney keeps up the dribble alive on the left. She leaves it for Carlblum. Now Majerus, left side, working on Leisman, knocked out of bounds. Hope with the basketball with 14 on the shot clock.
Warriors are doing a lot better job defending that dribble drive, being more physical. They're not calling fouls, so might as well.
Carlblum almost gets it to go, but can't quite. Put back by Crabtree, and Hope leads 61-37. Great offensive rebound. Got to block out. Old school rebounding.
That's right.
Goff works on McKinney. She kicks it right side. 3-point attempt is no good. Nice rebound by Warner. She's low post. Nice pass inside to Leisman, but it doesn't go. Good defense by Hope. McKinney takes it over to the right. She'll come off a screen from Majerus. They go left side. 3-pointer is good by Crabtree, and it's 64-37.
Crabtree has just provided such a spark to this Hope team so far this year. Didn't really see her last year, but she's certainly taken advantage of her role and her minutes she has.
She's got 11. Maggie Scott puts it up, and it is out of bounds, but Wisconsin-Lutheran will keep possession. Sydney Viss in the game, Raven Jemison, and Forest Hill Central's finest, Claire Bagley. Talked to her before the game. She just got into her first med school.
Oh, awesome.
Told her that my daughter, much older than she is, also a national champion, would be happy to talk to her about the med school experience, which is, I think, not fun. This is probably how you categorize it, but it's hard work. And there's a foul on Hope, and it's going to go against Keegan Kaiser.
That is her first. Team's third.
Hope will, Wisconsin-Lutheran will have the ball with a 20 reset on the shot clock.
That's a football play there if you watch the replay.
I think it might have been a foul. Foul will go on Sydney Viss, her first of the game, just into the game. And she was checking Paige Warner. Freshman against freshman. Hope again, Lutheran again with the ball. Inbound to Warner, guarded by Viss. She kicks out to Goff. She's played a lot. Now we've got Warner, again checked by Viss. Way out in front. Clock running down. Allie Goff, and they're going to have a foul called. Probably not much, but the standard is higher when you're up by 27 points. That foul is going to go against Keegan Kaiser. That'll be her second personal, and that'll be the 5th for Hope in this quarter. And it's going to be a 2-shot foul anyway. And the first one is no good by Goff. Is Wisconsin-Lutheran doing any better on the line, Jake?
Not much. They are only 1 for 2 themselves. They just haven't had the opportunities.
Subs in for Wisconsin-Lutheran, Haley Ott into the game, as well as I think who else snuck in there? We'll get it. Haley Ott is a sophomore from Kettle Moraine Lutheran High School in Germantown, Wisconsin. Ella McKinney from 27, no good. And rebound comes back the other way by Leisman. Gets the ball back, working on Jemison on the left side. Tries to get it in the middle, and the pass hit Ella McKinney right in the nose, and the ball came loose, and it was picked up by Wisconsin-Lutheran. Yeah, I don't think she was expecting to receive the pass and hit her right in the face.
Yeah, there was a little zip on that one too. It certainly was thrown with some velocity.
Head athletic trainer Tim Colberna comes and escorts her off the court. I have a feeling we'll see her back, although we are up by 24, so you never know. It will be Hope basketball after the basket by Wisconsin-Lutheran. Jemison, Morehouse, Kaiser, Bagley, and Viss in the lineup for Hope. Left side, Bagley. She kicks it over to Viss. He is able to track it down. And out of bounds, it'll be Hope basketball. Carly Crabtree will come in, and Keegan Kaiser will take a rest. 50 seconds to go. Third quarter. Sydney Vista inbound. Claire Bagley dribbles right side. Knocked away, nice defense. And the ball's on the court, and that's going to be a held ball. And it looks like it'll be Hope's possession, as Wisconsin-Lutheran had the throw in at the beginning of the third quarter. We had no held ball since then. Another substitution coming in for Hope is Hannah Kearns.
8 seconds on the shot clock now. Have to be aware of that. Look for one of those signature Coach Morehouse inbound plays.
Maybe. We'll see once. Might be keeping him in his pocket for a tournament game or something. That's right. Bagley, low post to Jemison, working on her footwork, but nice defense by Haley Ott. And another held ball. This one's going to go back to Lutheran. 37.7 to go. Hope holding on to its 24-point lead. Feenstra leads all scorers with 19. Maggie Scott gets it outside. Three-pointer good by Mac Hoganson. 64-43. Hoganson's got, what does she have? 3 points. That's her first points of the night. Inside to Jemison, and she hits it. 66-43, her first 2 of the night. Three-pointer to end the quarter. Short by Leisman. We got 3 quarters in the books. Hope College with a commanding 23-point lead. We'll be back for the 4th quarter of action. You're watching Hope basketball.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
Voss Fieldhouse, where if you joined us earlier, in case you missed us earlier, I should say, or if you weren't paying attention, I left my computer in my office. So it's all Jake all the time on the stats. What do you got over there, my man?
Yeah, a good quarter there for Lutheran. Actually outscored Hope 22-21. Unfortunately, it might be a little too late as they still trail by 23 going into the fourth quarter. Leisman leads scoring for Lutheran with 7. Feenstra with 19 for Hope. And Carly Crabtree now with 11 points.
Warriors played well, though, that quarter, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Here's Majerus, dribbles left. She's stopped by Haley Ott. Now Morehouse in the paint to Majerus. And Feenstra, nice defense by Leisman. Back the other way come the Warriors. It's good stand-up defense there by Wisconsin-Lutheran. Here's Lexi Smith. She kicks it to Haley Ott. Ott working in the paint. This is Maggie Scott, left side. She is guarded by Carly Crabtree. Puts it up, no good. And Morehouse will come back the other way looking for numbers, but Wisconsin-Lutheran hustles back. Hannah Kurtz stays in the game at the quarter break. She tries to hit Majerus, but knocked out of bounds. Majerus will come out. Kendall Seatsma will come in. Morehouse to inbound, 22 seconds on the shot clock. We're in the final quarter. Hope with a 23-point lead. Feenstra working hard, and she draws a foul. She's called for the foul, as that's Jaden Hill, a freshman from Kenosha. Pretty good defense there, and Savannah was frustrated. Only her second personal, but probably tried to do something when nothing was there.
Yeah, for sure. Feenstra just kind of relying on her body weight instead of her post moves down low right now, and it's leading to some no calls when we see her getting the ball stripped away, and then an offensive foul there.
Maggie Scott leaves it for Haley Ott out in front. Hawked by Bagley. This is Hill. Left side three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Morehouse, all by herself under the basket. She dribbles it all the way back up. She's checked by Hill, picks up her dribble, and leaves for Bagley. Feenstra, right wing, looking to feed the low post. Crabtree knocked out of bounds. Hope basketball. Maddie Madsen back in the game. Arvada, Colorado native. And Ella Tenpas back in. Morehouse, the trigger with 16 on the shot clock. Gets it to Crabtree. Crabtree checked by Scott. Ball moved around the perimeter. Now it ends up in the hands of Morehouse. 5 on the shot clock. She dribbles through, puts it up, off balance, no good. Good defense by Wisconsin-Lutheran. Back the other way, Jaden Hill. Left side is Maggie Scott, no good on the three-pointer. And that was just tumbling and chaos, and I think it's going to be a held ball, and they'll stay with Wisconsin-Lutheran. We got a little bit of a chance here to recognize our good folks doing the camera work. I see Bryce. Who else we got? Steve and Channing. Thank you, Bryce. Calvin. Is Calvin on the other floor cam? Thank you, Calvin. I don't know if he's got his earpiece in. He's not. He does. Thank you, Calvin. And who's up top? Megan. Wave to us, Megan. Did she hear us? She's not listening. She doesn't have her earpiece in, but she's doing a great job. Bryce and Cal. And then we got 2 guys in the booth who have made us look really great, and I forgot their names. You remember?
Channing and Steve.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always forget their names. No, and I'm kidding. You guys are great. Channing and Steve, who make us look great. Well, they make us look better than we deserve, I should say.
That's right.
Hope with a 25-point lead. Here's Maddie Manson. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Feenstra. Back up the other way. Gardner to Bagley. She is attacked by Hogginson, and she will go to the line. Mac Hogginson with some very aggressive defense, but a little too aggressive as she draws the foul. And that will be her second on Hogginson. Bagley will go to the line for a pair. We got a free throw percentage watch going over here, Mr. Boss?
We are currently 2 for 9.
All right.
22% from free throw line.
I have a feeling the mighty Ranger, Claire Bagley, is going to up that number. What do I know?
Another jinx.
Didn't we decide we were going to stop talking about this?
Yeah, we need to. Just stay silent during these.
There we go. That's the ticket. 3 for 11. Good things are going to start happening from the 15-foot line. 69-43, 7:08 to go. Wisconsin-Lutheran back the other way. Trailing by 26. Nice inside pass to Manson, but couldn't get it to go. So back the other way comes Hope in the hands of Crabtree, who leaves it for Garner. Garner is checked by Hill. And a lot of bumping by both, and finally Hill will be called for the foul on Garner, and that will be the 4th team foul of the quarter as we are winding down, about coming up on the halfway point of the final stanza. Gardner gets it back. That's the 2nd foul on Hill. She plays tough defense up there, but just a little too aggressive sometimes. Bagley from deep in the corner hits the corner of the backboard. It's loose, and there's a scramble for it. Hill comes away with it, and Lexi Smith's got numbers, and she puts it up, but she can't get it to go. Rebound by Tenpas, and it's going to be a held ball, and it'll go back to Hope.
Good hustle there by Carly Crabtree to first of all, not foul on a fast break situation one-on-one, but also just be just enough of a threat to kind of force an errant shot there.
Crabtree goes from left to right. She's got Majerus in 22, front of the iron. Nice rebound by Bagley. She smartly kicks it back. Now they go to the corner, and is Majerus. Jada Gardner between the circles, dribbles into the paint, manages to get it free, and she goes to Crabtree. Corner, Majerus open for a second. No good. Rebound by Tenpas. Back the other way come the Warriors, trailing by 26. Jaden Hill drives past Crabtree, finds Manson, and I think we're going to have a foul on Hope. And it's going to go on Majerus, I believe. That will be her second. Morehouse in. And Kaiser in. Coming out, Crabtree and Bagley. Coach Moll talking to both of them as they exit the court. Lexi Smith triggers the inbound. It ends up in the hands of Tenpas, working on Majerus. Nice move, but she can't get it to go, and she's hurt. Oh, no. They're going to wisely call timeout here. And we are going to take a break here. Connor and, Channing and Steve, why don't you take us to a break, and we will be back with more Hope basketball.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door.
Well, that was a scary moment. Ella Tenpas went down hard on an ankle or a knee, and we are delighted to report that she is back up and on the bench. And I don't know if she'll be back tonight, but we are glad to see her up and around. Ella Tenpas, the leading rebounder for Wisconsin-Lutheran, who's already been afflicted by an injury to their best defender. So not exactly what the Warriors wanted, but we give our very best wishes to Ms. Tenpas. 69-43, back the other way come the Warriors after the Hope turnover on the traveling violation. Into the game now is Lexi Smith checking back in. She finds Werner. Werner gets it to Hill. I like her game. She's aggressive and she's plays hard on both sides of the court. She picks up her first points of the game.
For sure. Yeah, she's done a good job providing a little spark. As Gardner
said, I'll show you what a spark is. I'm going to beat you to the basket. Jada Gardner picks up her, let's see, what do we got on the scoreboard for Gardner? She's got 9, huh?
Yep, 9 points.
Nice defense by the Dutch as Smith has her shot blocked. Jada Gardner, she's got numbers. She goes right side to Morehouse. Now they look for a secondary break. Not a whole lot there. Ball knocked out of bounds. Checking back in, Hannah Kurtz and Sydney Viss. Checking out, Meg Morehouse and Jada Gardner. 71-45, 26-point lead, 4:18 to go. Hope College on its way to a 5-0 record on the young season. Three-pointer by Carblum doesn't go, and we've got a foul. I think it's going to go on Sydney Viss as she, I believe the language of officiating is displaced Lexi Smith, and that will go back the other way. One of those calls that you're probably not going to get when you're up by 26 points. Allie Goff leaves it for Hill, and she gets it up and she puts it in as Jaden Hill, the freshman from Kenosha, kicking up her heels a little bit and showing some spark on both the offensive and the defensive end. She's got 4 points now with a chance to go for her 5th. And she's got the last 5 points for the Warriors. 71-47, substitution for Hope.
Yeah, Hill has not seen much action this year, but she's making a case for why she deserves more tonight.
Megan Bennett, a freshman from McBain, Northern Michigan Christian grad, home of our former department chair in kinesiology, Dr. Kirk Brummels. Little fun fact, Mr. Boss, Dr. Brummels, the only member of the Hope faculty with a Super Bowl ring.
Really?
Athletic trainer for the Patriots.
Wow.
I believe he was, they didn't win that year. This was probably 25 years ago or so. But yes, was 11 years in the NFL.
It's wild.
And has, he was quick to point out, nice putback there by Hannah Kurtz, and she'll go to the line as she picks up the foul by Maddie Madsen. He's quick to point out that they're the real Super Bowl rings, and then there's the secondary ones. He has the real ones. 73-48, Hannah Kurtz.
The woes continue.
Oh, I forgot to talk. I shouldn't be talking about free throws.
That didn't work.
All right, we should probably tell people, where are we? Pull it up.
We are now 2 or 3 for 14 on the night.
Three-pointer no good. Rebound by Wisconsin-Lutheran. Put back no good. Back come the Dutch. The other way is Kearns. She finds a teammate on the right side and can't get it to go as Keegan Kaiser. Back the other way, Jaden Hill. She's stopped. No, she finds a way to slip it through on the left side. Jaden Hill with 7 points. I think she scored their last 7.
She has, and in about a 2-minute span as well.
73-50. Here's Kaiser to Kearns. Right side is Sydney Viss. She fakes the shot. She drives middle, puts it up, can't get it to go, but she's fouled, so she'll go to the line. And I'm not going to tell you what she's going to do at the line because that foul is on Haley Ott. That's her first. And the freshman from South Christian will go to the line, shooting 2. Kaiser and Carlblum, Viss, Bennett, and I can't see the 5th one right now because she's occluded, and it is Kearns. Sydney Viss gets one to go. What do we got?
It'll be 4 for 16 now.
4 for 16, okay. Well, it's about the only spot that's not shining bright for the Dutch as they have a commanding 24-point lead and a great defensive takeaway by Hannah Kearns. She's going to dribble it all the way up the left side by herself. She'll kick it to Viss. Nice bounce pass in the interior, working in it. A nice footwork by Bennett, and she has her first points of the night.
Good move there by Bennett, showing her versatility.
76-50. Under 2 to go. Jaden Hill looking to get another bucket. He has it blocked by Bennett, and then a turnover. Back the other way come the Dutch. Jaden Bennett was looking to score 9 points in a row. Sydney Viss from 3, and she hits it. Sydney Viss from 22 feet out. Her first points of the night. No, she has to take that back. She had the free throw. 4 points for Viss. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded by Kearns. Back the other way. We're at 1:23 to go. She's going to dribble it all the way down. She's got some numbers. Kicks left corner. Three-pointer. And it's good by Keegan Kaiser.
And how about this underclassmen group for Hope? It's been very exciting so far, and a bright look at what the future could be.
Substitution timeout. Lexi Smith is going to come in. And Kara Troxel and also Raven Jemison in for Hope. And it will be Wisconsin ball at the division line. This is Smith being guarded by Kaiser, 12 on 12. Jemison checks Manson. Now they go right side to Warner, who's checked by Bennett. Intercepted by Jemison. Gets it up ahead to Kearns, 2 on 2. Bounce pass to Jemison, puts it up, and she's fouled. Nice little 2 on 2 fast break, and Jemison will go to the line. That foul's on Troxel. That's her first. 52 seconds to go. And the average points returning to the land of the mere mortals as the 82 will pull the 105 average down a bit, but nice sort of above average round of applause for the made free throw. I think we're not the only ones who've noticed this.
Yeah.
Jemison splits the pair, which is above the team average, and we'll go back the other way. This is Mac Hoganson to Warner, guarded by Jemison, and there's contact as Jemison tried to beat her to the spot, just a little late. And that's going to put Wisconsin-Lutheran to the line as Hope is in the bonus. Both teams at 5 fouls for the quarter. Well, we won't be together for a bit here. I got to pull up my Hope app. First of all, we don't know if we're going to be asked back.
That's right.
We got to wait on that. But
yeah,
then,
we'll see.
Well, already now we've got people in the booth who are sort of being wise guys about our performance. So I think that we'll just talk to Freddie, see what he thinks.
That's right.
So the next game is on the road, I believe, at Calvin. So we're going to have to pull up when we might be home again for women's basketball. And maybe we'll get the call again.
We'll
get
see.
to the show.
I hope so, yeah.
Even Jemison is fouled, so she'll get to go to the line. As it looks like on my app here, Jake Boss, the last game, they must be month by month, because the last one we have is November 30th, and that is at Calvin, so that one will not be here. But wait a minute, we might have it in the, do we have it in the, we don't have it in the program.
We go from tonight. Calvin on November 30th to Wittenberg, home game on December 3rd.
All right, we might get the call, man.
We'll see.
Clear your calendar for December 3rd.
That's right.
Here's a three-pointer by Lutheran, short, and this probably will be our last possession of the game. It will indeed, as Keegan Kaiser will dribble it out. The crowd is on its feet for a well-deserved ovation for the #1 Flying Dutch, who go to 5-0 and will stay #1 in the country as they defeat the Warriors of Wisconsin-Lutheran 84-52. Jake Boss, final word?
Yeah, good game here tonight. If you're the Warriors, nothing to hang your hat on. You fought well, you played well, had a good third quarter and a better second half after making some adjustments. I think they got a bright rest of their season ahead of them, and for Hope, the train keeps rolling. We'll see how they do against Calvin, our first in division game. So it's going to be an exciting one, and keep tuning in.
We appreciate you joining us. Next home game will be against Wittenberg on December 3rd. We hope you can join us in person. If not, we will have it for you live streamed. We appreciate you joining us. For Jake Boss, I'm Scott Vanderstoop. This has been Hope Basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, just